So today we're gonna go over how to do blunt to fakey. And before we start hitting the blunt, we should go over a few things. You know, because you want to get comfortable. Here are a few tips that I just kind of want to go over before we start getting to the top of the coping. Because I can't lie, blunt to fakey is low-key a scary trick. We're doing it on a mini ramp right now, and I swear, like, anytime you learn this trick on a ramp, there's going to be one side that the coping sticks out more, and you're going to end up favoring that coping just because you're going to get a little more leverage out of that. And unfortunately, the other side of my ramp, which is kind of like the nicer side of coping, sort of say, the ramp's really beat up. I can like show you guys in a minute. So this coping's a little set in a little bit more, but I think we're gonna have to do this side. Yeah, this is the other side of the ramp. You can obviously tell this side is definitely much more favored, and the coping sticks out a little bit more. Anyways, so let's get back to the blunt fakey. So one of the biggest things about this trick is just kind of getting comfortable, honestly, going up like this and then coming back down to fakey. Even like rock to fakey in general is kind of similar in the sense that you got to get comfortable. Whoa. That was crazy. I was not expecting that big beat or whatever that was. That was gnarly. You know, I might even have to show you guys like on a fingerboard, just kind of even stalling this on a bank and just getting the body, like getting used to going back down is like a really good way just to kind of start doing it before you hit the coping. Another real easy way, kind of easy way, is like how I learned it, was just holding the nose grab while you pull back in. It honestly just gives you that little bit of more confidence to like pull your body weight back in from the ramp. And even before doing that, there's a few things that we can do just so you get comfortable doing that. So kind of first off, what I was gonna say, what kind of would be a good way to get yourself kind of used to it, is going up to the transition, kind of pretend you're stalling on the coping, sort of say, and then kind of just dropping back in. And this way, you're just gonna kind of slowly get used to that feeling of doing a blunt to fakey, you know? And like, I don't know, for me, this is kind of like a safer way than just like going up there and sending it right away. Like, this is definitely a little bit more chill. And then you can kind of even do it with the nose like that. And so when you even do it with the nose grab this way, like you kind of get that sense of like you're still stalling it up there. Because when you're doing the blunt fakey, you're like low-key doing like an ollie or fakey ollie to get yourself back in there. So this way it kind of helps you get that motion. And these are all like baby steps. Like you're not trying to send it all real quick, because like blunt fakey is low-key scary, like I was saying. So like another way just to get comfortable jumping back into the transition is literally just like kind of like walking up or running up and doing a little bomb drop. I mean, kind of sketch, but kind of chill. Another technique you can honestly do is just kind of practice blunt and hit rock to fakey really quick, and just kind of doing it faster and faster till you get comfortable enough to jump back fully in the ramp. And when it comes to committing to this trick is scary. You're probably gonna slam once or twice just because like you're not expecting to land back into the transition, and so you're gonna probably slip down. But honestly, like with this trick, you wanna like jump back as far as you can. I think it's better to kind of jump back and tumble versus like go like face to transition. We're gonna go over a few of the techniques I just kind of talked about. I'll show you guys what it actually looks like. I mean, these are some things that just helped me learn the trick. It might not work for everybody, but it got me comfortable enough to kind of jump back in the ramp. The other thing I want to talk about with this trick is that like, I don't know, I still low-key do it. So like when you're up here in the blunt fakey and you're ready to pop back in, like obviously you want to pop, you want to ollie so you land back in that transition. But like you could definitely get away with getting up to the blunt fakey and kind of doing the manual back in. And like that happens to me when like the transition isn't very steep, or if like the coping's really pushed in. Honestly, like I'll do a switch little nose wheelie back down in before I get there. But like it's chill, don't get me wrong, kind of sketchy, but it's definitely better to like, you know, trust that confidence and pop back in. Just like landing in the transition is this way better than landing manual, you know what I'm saying? So another thing we should talk about is probably foot placement. I honestly stand like in an ollie position the whole entire time I do this trick. The more I pretend like I'm ollieing or fakey ollieing back in, like the better. So that was how to blunt a fakey. Those are my little tricks and tips to that trick. Comment, let me know what you think and if it helped. Let me know if you guys have any other trick tips you guys want me to go over, and I'll definitely try to get to all of them. Before you start hitting the blunt to fakey, definitely make sure you take those little hits in between before you take it up to the big stuff.